This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, all. So in today's class, we are going to see the file uploader from the front end. So yesterday we have written the code for file upload and download from the backend. Uh, so this file uploader is needed even when you are in the create mode, even when you are in the edit mode. Uh, So we can commonly write this file uploader because even when you are creating, so you can upload a fresh photo, or when you are updating, you can upload a new photo. So we can just write this particular code in the view two instead of the fragment. So if you are writing in the fragment, you need to write two times. So instead of writing two times, let's keep it inside the view two. So let me open the view two. So what we are doing here, this is the panel, and to the panel we are dynamically adding the fragments. So inside this panel, employee details panel, this is the employee details panel to which this simple form and this table is added. Am I audible, guys? There was a network drop. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Uh, all right. So we'll create this in the employee create.fragment itself, because if we write it outside again in the display mode also, it will appear. Yeah. So after this table, we are going to create a simple form. I'm going to create a simple form. Let's keep it here. I'm just creating the tags here. Let me format this document. Yep. So it's a simple form, and inside the content, first let us give a title like add or edit. Let's give a title saying that add the profile picture. Add the profile picture, and here, so let's take a label with a text as select the file or select the photo, and the file uploader UI element we are going to use. So how the file uploader UI element, uh, so how it is going to look. 500 internal server code dumped. One second, guys. Let me check if the backend is. Are we getting the data? Yeah, so we are getting the data, so no problem. Then why it is coming like this? It should not come. There might be something wrong with the Fiori Launchpad. Let me go here. The file uploaded UI element is present in a separate library, so you need to add that library. The library name is XMLNS. So let me add the library sap.ui.unified. So this is the library in which your file uploaded UI element is being given by SAP UI file. So we need to provide the shortcut. I'm giving the shortcut name as U. Got it? sap.ui.unified. So now, by using this shortcut name U, you need to declare your file uploader UI element. So this is your file uploader UI element. U colon file uploader. So first, let's give the ID. So ID equal to ID file uploader. Now let's have a look at the output window. So create employee. And now you can see add the profile picture, and here there is a select photo and a browse. The moment you click on the browse, you will find this. In the download, we have this Rahul's image. So you can directly select it, and we need to keep one extra button, that is upload button. Okay, so let's keep the button. So I'm going to create the button with a icon equal to SAP hyphen icon colon slash slash upload icon, and then uh, let's give a blue color for this. And when you press, so we need to write the logic for on upload photo. Now again, let's have a look at the output window. So here, this icon is coming at this place. This is looking very bad. This is because in the simple form, we have given this label and then file uploader, and after that we have given this button. So what we will do, we will declare a dummy label so that it comes into a new line. Uh, Now let us see how it looks. Yeah, so I have given a dummy label here. So this is called dummy label. I just declared a label, but I have not given any text. So if you have not given any text, then that label is called dummy label. Normally we use dummy labels for alignment purpose. So here label and this file uploader UI element is there. So now I want the button below this file uploader UI element. So I have taken this button, but this button width is coming too much. So what you can do, you can write the width property here, no problem. So you can give some 200 pixels, and you can also give some text. So let's give the text as upload. Now let's have a look at the output window again. All right, now this is looking fine, but still this much width is also not required. Uh, I will write some 150 pixels. Now again, let's have a look at the output window. Yeah, so this looks fine for me. So if you want, you can write the simple forms label span, empty span, so that this entire portion comes to the middle. So what you can do, you can just keep this layout equal to responsive grid layout, all this common properties. Let me put over here, and label span, I'm going to give some 3. Okay, and empty span, I'm going to give some 4. Let's give a try. So this, the form, if it comes to the middle, that looks good. Yeah, it has come little bit to the middle, but if you want more towards the middle, just give 4 here and decrease this one to 3. So if you know the concept of the simple form, you can just play like this. Yeah, so it has come almost towards the middle, but if you exactly wanted the middle, then you need to little bit increase this label span to 5. I think this is the last that you can do. And empty span, I have decreased it to 2. Yeah, now it is exactly at the middle. So you can simply select the file. Now let us see some important properties of this file uploader UI element that you need to keep when you are working with the file upload scenarios. So the UI is ready. The next thing is the functionality of file upload. Whenever you declare a file uploader UI element, there are some very, very important properties that you need to include in this file uploader UI element. The first one is upload URL. The first one is upload URL. System code dumped. I think this is maybe because of the cache. Yes, it's because of the cache. Yeah. So what is upload URL? This particular upload URL is nothing but the OData service URL, which will call the create underscore stream function. So in the last class, we discussed the file upload and download. We know that the file upload will call create underscore stream method in the DPC extension class, and file download will call get underscore stream method. To call the create underscore stream method, we need to use the OData service URL, which is my base OData service URL, my base OData service URL. So let me copy this. This is my base OData service URL slash the entity set corresponding to the file upload. So what is the entity set that is corresponding to the file upload, which is photo set, correct? So yesterday we created this photo entity and we marked this photo entity as thing and media so that it can carry any file related media related content. Okay, so I'm going to copy this photo set, Control C, and you need to paste it here. Now this is the URL which you need to directly give in the file uploader UI element, which calls your create underscore stream. And there are few important properties. One is uh, send XHR to be true and use multi-part to be false. So these two properties are the standard properties that we need to use for file uploader UI element. I will tell you the reason why these two properties and what is the meaning of these two properties. If your data is a normal JSON data, so this use multi-part value should be true, but our data is not a JSON data. So we need to keep use multi-part false. And whenever you are sending a file related content, then this particular content will be sent as a XML HTTP request. Till now, whatever the create, update, delete, create deep entity, whatever you have played with the JSON data, that is called HTTP request. That is called HTTP request. But when you are sending a hexadecimal string, then that will be sent as a XML HTTP request. So you need to give this property send XHR means send as a XML HTTP request. Okay, so the file related data will be sent as a XML HTTP request. So those two properties you need to write. And the next thing, the file uploader has some events. Events means actions. The first action is when you select the file, the moment you select the file. Whenever you select some file, you need to read its file type and file name. File name and file type we need to read and keep it ready. Why we need to keep it ready? Because we need to send the file type and file name to the backend. So we need to read these two and keep them ready. Got my point? So when we will do this, the moment you select the file, so at that time we do this. So selecting a file from the browse action, from browse is an action. The action name is change. Change means whenever you change the file, there is a meaning. Whenever you change the file. So let's write on change file or photo, whatever you want to write, you write it. So for the change action, we have assigned the function on change file. This is our first action. The next action is upload complete on photo upload complete. So once your file content has been, means once all the file related data has been sent to the backend, at that time this upload complete function gets, this event get fired automatically. And this upload complete action will trigger this function because I assigned this function. Now this function gets called, and inside this function, the status of the upload means is the upload successfully done or any problem is there in the upload. So this information will be sent as a status inside this function. So you will understand this later, but you need to understand like upload complete is a standard event. Event means action. Okay, and this gets triggered once your file is sent to the backend. Okay, and inside the function we will check what is the status of my file. Is the file uploaded or any problem happened? So all these things we check and display the message to the end user. Okay, this is when the upload is complete. And here there is a button. So this is the main button on which you are going to trigger the file upload. This is the main button, guys. So on click of this button only, on click of this button only, we are going to trigger the file upload. Uh, we are going to do all these things. That is employee ID and file name. We need to send it as a select parameter, and then file type. We need to send to the backend. How to send the file type that you will understand, and file content. How to send the file content. So all these things you will understand in this method when you click on the upload button. So that means on upload photo. So this is the one. Okay, so this function is responsible to send all the file related data to the backend. Okay, I'm just giving you the summary. So this function, when you press the upload photo, so at that time we are going to send all the file related information to the backend. And this change means whenever you change the file. So whenever we change the file, in this function we are going to read the file name, file type, and this function upload complete. So in this event we are going to check whether this file whatever that is sent to the backend, is it successfully uploaded into the table or not. So this one we are going to check. Now let us write the corresponding code in the controller. So first one, changing the file. So let me copy this, go to the controller, and let's write it at the bottom. So let's write it here on change file. So here there will be a O event object. Let me write the code in the debug mode so that you will understand how I am picking up the file type and file name. So let's hit F12, go to the sources, go to your view to controller, no debug points required. Directly keep the debug point inside your on change file. Now I am going to upload the profile picture of Rahul. So I selected, and you can see the debug point has stopped inside on change file. Now copy this O event to see what it is offering me. So inside the O event, I can see that there is some parameter. The parameter name is files, and inside the files, there is only one file, obviously, because it is a single file uploader, and I can see the name of the file, the size of the file, and the type of the file. So all these three properties I can read. Now, how to read it? You need to travel in the same hierarchy. You need to travel in the same tree structure. So O event, this is my O event, and M parameters means you need to write get parameter, and inside the round brackets, you need to mention what is your parameter. The parameter name is files. So what is the parameter name? Parameter name is files. And in this files, there is a 0th location. So I will write of 0. And in the 0th location of the file, there is a name of the file, size of the file, and type of the file. So I can write dot name. Now it is giving me the name of the file. So traveling through this O event object is very important, guys. Whenever you don't know how to travel, so you just type that variable in the console and see the tree structure and follow. That's all. So O event, M parameters means get parameter, and parameter name is files. So I've written files, and the information is stored in the 0th index. So array index of 0, when array symbol and 0, and then name gives me the name. And similarly, I can copy this and type, paste it again for the type of the file. So I'm writing type, and you can see it is giving me image/jpeg. So in this way, I can read the name and type of the file. So let us keep it over here. So let's go to our code and save the name and type of this file in this variable. So this is this dot name, and similarly, this is type of the file. So I can write type, and let's save this in this dot type, this dot file type. Maybe you can give this as file name, this dot file name, this dot file type. So I hope you understand how we got the file name and file type and kept them ready. So these are ready. Clear? Fine. So I want my file name, I want my file type, both are ready. The next thing is now we are going to write the very important code, and that is when you press the upload. The moment you click the upload button, so here you need to send all this data, employee ID, file name, file type, file content to the backend. So how do you send it? You send them in variety of ways. So here the first employee ID and file name. So these two will be sent. Employee ID and file name will be sent as a slug parameter. So first you need to construct this value, that is your employee ID concatenated with a comma. Employee ID concatenated with a comma, because in the backend we used comma. So let's do this. So yeah. This we need to write inside your on upload photo. Copy this. Go here. Where is this? Yeah, on upload photo. So when you upload the photo, let's do the basic things. Mm, I need the employee ID. So employee ID, I can get it from here. So from this input field, I can read the employee ID. So variable employee ID equals to this dot get view dot by ID of the employee ID dot get value. So this gives me the employee ID. So I got the employee ID. Then I need the file name. So file name I already have this in the this variable. So my employee ID is ready, file name is ready. So both are ready. So what I can do, I can combine these two concatenated with a comma and store that as a slug parameter. First, let us construct the slug value. So variable, I just kept a variable as slug, and now I will combine my employee ID concatenated with a comma, and I will keep my file name. So my slug parameter is also ready. My slug value is ready. So slug is nothing but a combination of employee ID concatenated with a comma and then the file name. So you can see, so this is ready. Now I need to send this value, which is stored in the variable called slug. So I need to send it to the slug parameter. So how do you send this to the slug parameter? These slug parameters, which are defined in the backend, if you want to supply these values to the slug parameter, we will add it through file uploader parameter. Okay, so file uploader is a UI element. File uploader is a UI element. The file uploader has some uh, some parameters through which we will be sending these values. Okay, so to send this particular slug value, I need to create an instance of file uploader parameter. File uploader parameter. Okay, so for that I will be bringing my file uploader object into the controller. So object file uploader. So what is this one? This is nothing but I'm just pointing this UI element. So I'm going to point this UI element and place it in the controller. So you will understand why I'm getting this one into the controller. So this dot get view dot by ID and ID of the UI elements. Okay. 1 second, charging is over. Yeah. So this dot get view by ID and ID file uploader. Nothing but I'm just pointing my file uploader UI element into the controller. So, but why? Why I'm pointing my file uploader UI element into the controller? The reason is this file uploader has some header parameters which are called as file uploader parameters. Through those file uploader parameters only, I can send these slug parameter. So similarly, file type is also sent as a file uploader parameter. Okay. So let us see how to add file uploader header parameters. 1 second. So here, first we need to add file uploader parameter library. So you will understand why I'm adding this library. So we need to add this library sap.ui.unified.fileUploader parameter. So using this library, we are going to construct a file uploader parameter. Uh, the parameter name is slug. So we are going to construct this slug parameter and give its value. Now let us declare the shortcut name of this library. So the shortcut name of this library is file uploader parameter. So this is library and this is the shortcut name. Now let us use the library. Since my slug parameter value is ready, now inside this on upload photo code, we are just going to write some 3 or 4 steps. Now let us write our first step. Step number 1 is add the slug parameter. Yeah. So now all of you observe this code. See, step number 1, add the slug parameter. This is my file uploader UI element. My file uploader UI element dot add header parameter. So I'm telling to add one header parameter. And what is my header parameter? So to create a header parameter, we need to write a new file uploader parameter, parameter name, parameter value. Got it, guys? So to create a new header parameter, we need to write like this: new file uploader parameter. What is this? This is the library that we have added just now. Just now I have added this library. So new file uploader parameter, new parameter. The name of the parameter is slug. Value of the parameter is slug. Now this will go to the backend and it will sit inside the slug parameter in your create stream function. So yesterday you have seen the create stream function, correct? So it will go and sit over there. So if you forgot, I will just open this DPC extension class. So let's open the create underscore stream function. Yeah. So this is what I'm talking about, IV underscore slug. So which is a string type parameter. So if you want to send the value to this parameter, this is what you need to write in the front end. So you are constructing a new file uploader parameter. You are giving the name of the parameter, value of the parameter, and to your file uploader, you are adding it as a header parameter. So my file uploader UI element dot add header parameter, and this is my parameter name and value. Okay, so that is a first step. Now step number 2, we are going to send this file type. So how to send the file type? Again, this will be sent as a header parameter, same to same code with same syntax. See, file uploader dot add this also as a header parameter. New file uploader parameter. Parameter name is content hyphen type, and name value of this is I already know my file type. Got my point, guys? So we already know the file type. So mention the type of the file, and the name of the parameter is content hyphen type. So if you send like this in the front end, this particular file type will be captured into IS media resource. So this IS media resource has a field called MIME type, correct? So yesterday we have written this code. So let me show you. This IS media resource has MIME type. So this content type, whatever you are sending, this will go and assign to this IS media resource MIME type in the backend. All right, next. Step number 3. So here in the step number 3, we are going to add one extra parameter, which is called as CSRF token, which is a security token. So this is also mandatory for file upload. Let us look at the code. File uploader dot add header parameter. So again, file uploader parameter. The name of the parameter is XCSRF token. So what is this CSRF token? Whenever you are sending the files, this security token will be sent manually, guys. This is just like an extra layer of security, just to confirm that you are the same person who are sending, who is doing the transaction till now. Okay. Uh, so if you want me to give an example of this, why we are sending this XCSRF token. By the way, this is the name of the parameter, and the value you can get it from OData model. So this is my OData model dot get headers, and in the headers, if you keep this XCSRF token, so you will get the value of this XCSRF token. Okay. So now you might be wondering, Rizwan, why we need to add this entire third step. This is exactly for a extra layer of security. So this particular line of code, it will make sure that you are the same person who is till now doing the transaction with the server. Okay. For example, in our olden movies, there is a there is one party who will go with the briefcase. Okay, and this person has to hand over this briefcase to some other person. So he will take this briefcase and he will go to the other party. So he is the other party. So when he reach the other party, he will ask, okay, tell me the secret code. If this other party gives the secret code, then only he will hand over this money, this briefcase to the other party. For example, if this other party uh, tell this code, secret code wrongly, then this fellow will not give this briefcase which is containing the money, but he will simply, he will not hand over this briefcase to him, right? He will simply deny. So that is what exactly happening here as well. Uh, Let me tell you what exactly happens in the server. So this is the server and this is the browser. Okay. So whenever you do some transaction to the server sends a security token through the OData model. So now OData model receives a security token like 12345. Now what we are doing when I'm uploading the file, I'm sending. So when I'm uploading the file, I'm sending this 12345 again. So why I'm sending 12345 again? Now the server checks what I have sent you. I have sent you 12345. Okay, so what you have sent me, have you sent the same security token? If the security token is matching, that means you are the genuine person. Let's say somebody else are doing this transaction, they will get some new token, correct? They will not get this security token. So in this way, the server is making sure that you are the same person who is doing the transaction instead of some hacker. Okay, so that is what exactly the meaning of this code. So we are, then what is the meaning of this line? The meaning of this line is to refresh the security token whenever your system is idle for long time. The security token gets expired. Let's say I kept the browser like this for 1 hour. Then obviously my browser session will get expired. My application has to be refreshed, reloaded. So at that time we are asking the new security token. Okay, so refresh the security token when it gets expired. Okay, and this is the name of the parameter and this is the value of the parameter. So that's all. These are the 3 steps. Step number 1, select parameter. Step number 2, content type. Step number 3, XCSRF token. So now if you see employee ID and file name, these two travel to the backend in the select parameter, and file type, it has travel using content type parameter. So employee ID name is over, file type is over. Then who will send the file content? The file content will be converted into hexadecimal string by this file uploader UI element by using the upload function. That's all. So the file uploader UI element has a upload function. So this upload function, what it does, it goes to the view and check the upload URL. It checks the upload URL. So this upload URL is pointing to create stream. So it will directly send the hexadecimal string of the file. Okay, it converts this file content into hexadecimal string and directly send it to the backend. And in the backend, it will be captured into this IS media resource hyphen value by the OData framework automatically. So that's all. This is what is the code for the file upload. So very simple. First, you need to write a on change file to read the file name and file type. And then in the on upload photo, so you need to construct the select parameter, second content type, third XCSRF token, and then upload your photo to the backend. Okay. So now we need to check whether my file is uploaded successfully or not. So that you are checking inside upload complete. So let's write this upload complete. So this upload complete comes with a O event. So variable status. Inside the O event, there is a status parameter. The O event gives a parameter called status. Now, if the status is 201, that means this file is successfully saved into the table. So we will write a simple if condition here. So you know the if condition, so I'm not bothering about the if condition. 1 second. Where is this? Yeah, it's a simple if and else condition, guys. Let me put it over here. Yeah. So O event dot get parameter status. If the status is 201 or 202 or 204, so that means your file is uploaded successfully. Okay, so this is not required. Let me remove it. Else means other than this status code 201, 202, 204, anything else you get, that means there is something wrong in the file upload. So you can give the message saying that file upload failed. Please check the internet connectivity and try again. Or you can give some generic message, no problem. Okay, so simple if and else condition. So I copied because we already written so many if and else conditions. So this should not be a new for you. So status equal to 201 or 202 or 204. So that's all. Now let us upload a photo and check whether this photo is getting inserted into the table or not. Give me a second. I will download one photo here. So two people have given their photos. I'm going to upload them. Let me share my screen. All right. So let's go back. I'm going to Rahul's records and I'm going to click edit. I think I did not written this in the edit. I have added this only in the create. Maybe we also need to write it in the edit because this is a create fragment. So let me copy this. and we need to keep this in the edit fragment as well, because in the edit fragment also we are going to add this. So below the table I'm going to place it. Now save it. Yeah, so now let us edit Rahul's record. So I placed Rahul and click on, why it is not coming? This, given this, right? This is my employee edit fragment, and I have placed this simple form. This is in the display mode, sorry. In the edit mode, it will come. It should come in the edit mode. Why this is not coming in the edit mode? Give me a second, guys. So this simple form is coming, table is coming, but not this. Why this is not coming? Employee edit fragment.xml. This is a simple form. This is a table, and again we have a simple form. Maybe this file uploader UI element is not added. That might be the reason. Let me add it at the top. Control C and Control V. Now let us have a look. Let's go to the edit mode. Yeah. So in the edit mode, I can see this file uploaded. Now let me uh, take this, but this is the edit screen. So let's go to the view to controller. Here we have used employee ID create.getValue. So, but you need to get it from the edit screen. So I think this is the employee ID. Let's make sure whether this is. I have written by keeping this create fragment in mind. So I'm just changing the employee ID. That's all. Okay. This ID of the employee ID input field. Yeah, now it should work. So let's go to the edit mode. All right. So this is Rahul, and I'm going to upload Rahul's photo. So click this, select the Rahul's photo. The debug point has stopped. Let's keep one more debug point. Continue, and I'm going to click the upload button. So I click the upload button. Now let us check what's happening here. So is the select parameter perfect? So let us see. 100001 comma rahul.jpeg, that is fine. So let us see this CSRF token, whether we are getting this CSRF token or not. Yeah, so you can see that is the security token. This is how the security token looks like. Some random generator by the server, some random token generator, highly confidential security token. Okay, so even to hack it, it is very difficult. Okay, so let's continue, and we'll see. So on upload complete has executed. Let us see the status that we are getting, and the status is 201. That means the file is uploaded successfully. So we can remove the debug point, and we can see your profile picture uploaded successfully. Okay, so now let us go to the backend to check whether this profile picture is really updated into the table or not. I opened a new window, but it is not coming. Yeah, so I see 11, and let's write Z batch 70 photos, display, and contents. So I should get one record into this one. So you can see the employee ID, file name, file type, but the file content is not appearing because of its width. So let me just make it to some 500. Yeah, now you can see the file content. Sorry. Yeah. So you can see this is the hexadecimal string. It contains only 0 to 9 characters and A to F. So you can't see beyond A to F. So after F we have G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, but you can't see all that because it is only a hexadecimal string. All right. So file upload is complete, but I want to upload for Winky as well, who has sent his photo. So let me go to Winky and let me edit his details. And I'm going to upload the photo, Winky, and click on upload. So this should also get uploaded, and let's check our table. Now our table should contain two records. You need to refresh this. Yeah, now you can see 100002 Winky. Fine. So photo is uploaded fine, but where should I see this photo? Normally, the photo should be shown to the end user uh, in the display screen. So display screen is the best screen to display the photo. You can display the photo somewhere here if you want. Okay, so this is the best place. So uh, if you display the photo at the bottom, it does not look nice. So let us display the photo here itself. So how to display the photo? Displaying photo and downloading photo both are same, guys. To display the photo or even to download the photo, we need to call the getStream function. So this is the function we need to call. Yesterday I have shown you the SAP UI5 will not call the getStream backend function directly, but SAP UI5 call the getStream function through the OData service URL. So what is the OData service URL to be called to get your photo downloaded? So you need to write photo set and you need to mention whose photo it is by passing the primary key 100001 and you need to slash dollar value. So yesterday I have shown this URL. So when I hit this URL, we got the error getStream function is not implemented in the data provider class. Yesterday I have shown you if you remember. Right now this URL, if you simply call from SAP UI5 layer, it will call getStream function in the backend and get your photo downloaded. Okay, so let me do one thing. So let me cut both of these into the training folder. New folder, batch 70 employees. All right, I will just paste it here. Yeah, now you don't have these photos here. Now if I hit enter, now see what happens. The file got downloaded and it is asking me where should I save it. So save it somewhere here, and now you can see the Raul's photo got downloaded from backend. Okay, so similarly, if I change this one, this URL to 100002, and if I say slash dollar value, and now Winky's photo will get downloaded. All of you observe. I hit enter. Now you can see that download has prompted this download window. For some people, it directly gets downloaded into the downloads folder. That depends on your browser settings. Okay, now save it. Now it has saved into the downloads folder, winky.jpg. So you can see Winky. Okay, I already have these two photos which I cut and pasted in some other folder, batch 70 employees. Okay, these two freshly got downloaded from the backend. Okay, and let us see the content of this, whether it is correct or not. So you can see the photo is correct. Okay, fine. So that means whenever I want a photo to be downloaded or displayed, so I need to call this particular URL. And in this URL, so let me copy this. In this URL, what is the variable? What is the changing part? Only this employee ID. So if I change the employee ID, That's all. I can download the image, I can download the file, or even I can display the file. So now let us concentrate on the display, and then we'll see on the download. In the view to, sorry, we'll go to the display fragment. Where is display fragment? This is the display fragment. Now in the display fragment, let's add one extra UI element. We call that as a, you can use image UI element as well. So this is the image UI element. And let's give some height and width for this image UI element. Otherwise, it occupies the entire browser. Let me give some 300 pixels width and height. So let us give some 400 pixels. Okay. And I'm going to use, there is a SRC, means source URL of this image. So here we need to give this URL. Okay. But in this URL, this is a hard coded URL. In this URL, this employee ID is a variable. It's not a constant, right? So what I'm going to do is, this particular view is already binded with the data of a particular employee. So that is the reason you can see text equal to employee ID. How this employee ID is getting displayed here, because in the view2 controller, you have binded this view's data by using bind element, isn't it? So let's see. Yeah, this dot get view dot bind element with slash employee set of this particular employee. That means the employee details are already binded to the display form. So that means employee ID is already binded to this entire view. Now what I can do, I remove this hard-coded value and I will simply write curly braces open and curly braces close, and I will simply write this employee ID. The way this particular binding is displaying the employee ID, so similarly, you can also keep the bindings in this hard-coded URLs as well. So the moment I write curly braces open, close, and then employee ID, that acts like a binding. Okay, and it replaces this binding with the exact employee ID, just like this particular binding is working. Okay, now let us see if the image is getting displayed or not. You can see this is the image perfectly getting displayed in the second screen. Now let us work on this image. This image is too much big. Let me just decrease the width of this to maybe, let's keep 350 height, and let us see how it looks. Even this I feel little high. Instead of the image UI element, there is some UI element called avatar. Okay, let us use this avatar UI element. Even this avatar UI element, it does not have height and width properties, but it has a source property. Let us see. Instead of image, avatar is a good alternative for image. Yeah, this is what is avatar UI element will do, but you can increase the size of the image. So there is a size, display size. Yeah, so this display size you can have small, medium, XS, something like that. Uh, let's give medium. See, image and avatar both are same, but avatar shows the UI element in a round shape, and it looks good actually. Let me go to the library, SAP UI5 library for avatar. Avatar sap.yum.avatar, and properties of this avatar. I want size related. So you can see this is a display shape. You can display that in a circle shape or rectangle shape as well. And this is the display size. So now let us see the values for display size. So we have large, we have medium, we have small, XL, and extra small. So let us go with the large, display size large. But why this is not displaying, we need to see. Display size, let me give large. Previously this got displayed, but why this is not getting displayed now? Okay, 1 second. Let me use, okay, so something is wrong with the size actually. Display size, if I am giving uh, medium, something like that, then it is not working. If I assign the medium, okay, so let us see. Actually, it should come ideally, but when we are adding the display size, it is not coming. I don't know why.
But do we need to add library for this?
No, no, no. It is present in sap.yum, so you no need to add it.
Okay.
See, it is also giving the suggestion, right? Yeah. So now this is looking fine. Now this is your second view. Uh, so if you want to just give some name and designation here, then that you can do. Let me do that as well. So this is the avatar UI element. And what I'm going to do is just beside this photo, this is the photo, just beside the photo, I want to give the name and designation. That's all. So only two things I want to do. Again, this is gone. Let me cut this. Actually, ideally it should get, guys, the display size is a valid property, and you're already getting it. Sometimes it is coming, sometimes it's not. There should not be anything wrong with the display size, but when we are not giving the display size, it is coming. And when we are giving the display size, it's gone. This little weird behavior, it should not happen ideally. So it's employee set slash dollar value, that is perfect. Only the display size, it is having some issue. Let me reload. Yeah, see, sometimes it is coming, sometimes it's not. Maybe it's because of browser problem, may also happen. Yep, it's coming. Now let us display the name of the person, Rahul, and the designation only. These two details beside this avatar. Okay. So I'm going to take a text uh, with a text binded to employee ID. Sorry, name of the employee, and then I'm going to take another text with the designation of this employee. So these two, I want it like this. So basically, what I have in my mind is, say this is your picture, and beside the picture, I want your name like Rizwan, and I want the designation like tech lead. Okay. So how can you arrange this one? So you need to take a V box here because you want these two vertically. So you need to take a V box here and these two side by side. So you need to take a H box here. Okay. So this one is a V box. This is a V box and the outer one is a H box. This is a H box. Okay. Now let's implement the same. So now you can see this is coming as Rahul. Even this is also fine actually. This is coming below it. And even I feel this is also fine, or you can display it side by side. So that's up to you. So if I want to display it in a VBox, then I will do this like VBox, and I will keep these two inside my VBox, and I will keep a HBox here, horizontal box, and I will keep this entire thing inside the HBox, then format the document. Now you can see this is a VBox, just like the way I have shown you. This is VBox, and I want these two side by side, so HBox. So this is the outer HBox. Now let us see how it looks. Let me go back and come to the front again. Okay. So now this VBox, Rahul developer is going almost to the top edge. I can use the margin class. So class equal to SAP UI medium margin. So class SAP UI medium margin. So this should solve my problem. Let me go back. So maybe I think it is when you come from the front first view, it is working fine. Now this looks good. Okay, this is Avatar and this is Rahul developer. Got it, guys? And now when I click on this image, I want my image also to be downloaded. So how can you do that? This avatar has a property. So if you see the properties of avatar, there is a property called active. So active means the image can be clickable. Image can be clickable. So let's copy this. And for the avatar, I'm going to write active. So active equal to true. That means the image can be clickable. Okay. Now let us see if I get a hand symbol. So even though I'm not getting the hand symbol, but I think this image is clickable, means downloadable. We'll do one thing. We will assign the press action on this avatar, and we will see whether when I click on this image, the corresponding function is getting executed or not. So if this is clickable, then I can write the code to download my photo. Or one more thing, what you can do is you can just keep one text here like download. When you click on that download, then you can download this image. That is also fine. Okay. Active, and let me go to the events. So in the events, there is a press action. That means when I press the image. So let me assign press equal to on press photo. Okay. Now copy this, go to the controller, view to controller, and let's write this at the bottom. So here I'm going to write. So on upload photo, we have clicked the photo and I want my photo to be downloaded. So how to download the photo? So again, same thing, even to download, even to display, you need to call this URL. Okay, so let's copy that URL and paste the, save that in a variable. Now in this variable, this employee ID is changing thing, right? So first I need to get the employee ID and save that in a variable. So I'm going to get the employee ID. How can I get the employee ID? Employee ID is already binded to this view. So I can write this dot get view dot get binding context, because the data is already binded to the view. So get binding context dot get property, and I'm going to get this property emp id. Okay, so I got the employee id. Now in this URL, this employee ID is a hard-coded value. I'm going to replace the hard-coded value with a variable and give dynamic concatenation by using plus on both sides. Yeah. Now this variable, this particular URL is a dynamic download URL. Now what you need to do, you need to hit this URL the way you hit this URL here. So similarly, you need to hit the URL. To hit the URL, SAP has given a library called sap.yum.url helper dot redirect. So this is the standard function given by SAP, sap.yum.url helper dot redirect, and you can mention this URL over here. Now this URL will hit to the backend and your image gets downloaded. But my dear friends, there is a second parameter here, redirect. After the URL, you can give true or false. You need to give true if you want the download of the file to happen in the next tab, next window. If you want the download to happen in the same window, you need to give false. So in real time, we use false. We don't use true, because if you write true, what happens is it opens a new window and the download will happen in the new window. But it doesn't look nice. So give false so that the download happens in the same window. So that's all. Now let us test our application. So after assigning the press action, you can see we got the nice hand symbol. The hand symbol indicates that this is pressable, this is clickable. Okay, I'm clicking on this photo, and you can see something got downloaded in the downloads, and we got Rahul one more image. Okay, so this is how you need to display and download the image. 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second, guys. So I hope you understand the file upload and download. This is for any kind of file, not only for image. So I have shown you for image, but this can be used for even your Word document, Excel, anything basically. 1 second. Oh my God. Okay, so fine, guys. I have a call. I need to join this call. Okay, so if you have any doubts, I will clarify in tomorrow's class. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye, guys.